Today we are playing Mega Charizard X EX that we covered in our last video versus Mega Latias EX with Ho-Oh. Let's go over the list. Starting with 3 Mega Latias, this first attack does 40 and switches it to the bench, which comes up a little bit, but our main attack here is this Illusory Impulse for 300, discard all energy. It's going to take Fire, Psychic, and a Colorless, and Latias is going to help us set that up. Its ability, once during your turn, when your Mega Latias EX moves from the bench to the active spot, you may use this ability, move any amount of energy from your bench Pokemon to the active. Latias is going to give us the flexibility to move around. Ethan's Ho-Oh EX is going to get the Fire Energy into play. We're then using Wonder Patch to get Psychic from the discard into play, which can only be attached to the Latias EX, but that's alright because the Latios will help us move it to the Mega Latias. Then we're using Mega Kangaskhan EX as draw support, and the Squawkabilly helps us turbo set up on the first turn. The bench space is a little tight in this deck, as our ideal board will be one of each of these Pokemon, and then we only have the space for the Squawkabilly. I considered playing Fezandipiti also, but it didn't make the cut for this video. The supporter lineup is mainly turboing through the deck. We have the 4 Lilies and 4 Research to draw as many cards as possible, Iono to have some hand interruption, and Mela, which is a pretty powerful supporter that if your opponent took a knockout in the previous turn, you attach a fire and then draw until you have 6 cards. Then we have Boss and the Black Belt's Training, which helps us do up to 340 with the Latias. Some other damage modifiers that we have are the Gravity Mountain and the Maximum Belt, meaning that we can pretty much one-shot anything in the game currently. There may be a few things with Hero's Cape that we're just missing. Then for Pokemon Search, we have 4 Ultra Ball and 4 Nest Ball. The Ultra Ball's nice to sometimes just discard these Psychic Energies to get the Wondrous Patch, or just get rid of some of the Pokemon that we don't need anymore. And we also have 2 Mega Signal, they only get Latias and Kangaskhan, but just since we don't have any more Nest Balls. 3 Switch, because if we do the first attack on, or the second attack on Mega Latias in the following turn, we're going to need to retreat into the Kangaskhan sometimes to draw, and then use the Switch to get back into the Latias and trigger the Latios to move the energy. Have 3 Vessel to find our energy, Retrieval to help us recover energy, just 1 superior energy retrieval for those times where we need all 3 energy to get back into play. And we're playing 5 and 4 on the energy split. The fire is a little more important since we need it in hand to get to the Ho-Oh. Let's get into the gameplay. John's playing Charizard with the Dunsparce, so he's going to want to go first so that he can get down Dunsparce and evolve him on the second turn. He's going to start with Dunsparce and then play Buddy-Buddy Poffin, getting a Charmander and then another Dunsparce in play. John's deck is abusing Hilda with the Enriching Energy, so he's going to want to use these Dunsparces as often as possible to draw extra cards and put Enriching back in the deck. I started with Kangaskhan, and I'm going to bench a Latias EX, and as I said before, there's a very specific board I'm wanting to go for with the Kangaskhan, Latias, Squawkabilly, Mega Latias, Latios, and Ethan's Ho-Oh. So here I play a Nest Ball and get Squawkabilly into play. And then I'm going to decide to just go ahead and play Research and draw 7 new cards, throwing away 1 Fire Energy, decide not to attach it. Here I'm going to play Mega Signal to get the Mega Latias EX, and then Ultra Ball to go ahead and find another piece. And there's the Ethan's Ho-Oh coming into play. I'm going to attach Psychic to the Mega Latias, and then Squawk and Seize, finding 6 more cards. There's Wonder Patch, but the Psychic's in hand and not in the discard. So there's not a whole lot I could do there, but here we go with the run Heron on the Kangaskhan to draw 2. And that way I'm able to find an Ultra Ball and a Fire Energy, which I get to throw the Psychic away and get the Latios. Play the Wonder Patch attaching to the Latias, and then using the Ethan's Ho-Oh to get a Fire Energy in play. Now that I have the 3 energy in play that I need, I can use my free retreat from the Latias to move up the Mega Latias. I accidentally moved up the wrong Latias at first, but we fixed it. And that triggers the Latios to move the energy to it. And unfortunately, I have to discard 3 energy to knock out the Dunsparce and take a prize card. But it's pretty easy to follow that up throughout the other turns. So John promotes the Charmander, and he's going to play Dawn, finding a basic, a stage 1, and a stage 2. He's going to get another Dunsparce. And then a stage 1's going to be a Dudunsparce to allow him to draw. And then he's getting Charizard EX as his stage 2. He's going to go Rare Candy Charizard and use that Infernal Rain to get 3 energy from the deck. He attaches 2 to the Charizard EX, and then he's debating whether he wants to attach another one to the Dunsparce. He's going to do that so that when he uses the Runaway Draw to draw 3, that's just 1 less Fire Energy that he might end up drawing. So he's going to go ahead and do the Runaway Draw, draws 3. He finds a Fez here, which is going to allow him to draw another 3 since I took that single prize knockout last turn. He benches Oricorio, gets down another Dunsparce, and then plays Artazon, finding another Charmander also. He's in a pretty good board state here, but he's only going to be doing 210 to the Latias, so he can't take the knockout quite with that Burning Darkness. My turn, I'm going to draw for turn, and I'm needing to find another way to take a knockout this turn. I play Gravity Mountain. I'm going to play Energy Retrieval, getting back a Psychic and a Fire, and I have drawn another Fire, so that's going to let me attach 2 with the Ho-Oh and attach for turn. I don't have a way to switch yet. I'm going to play Lillie's Determination, and since I took that one prize card last turn, it's only going to draw 6. John's wanting to read that Latios to know exactly how it's working. And after that, I still haven't found exactly what I need switch-wise. So I'm going to debate whether to just do 40 and move or to retreat and try to draw. And that's what I do. I retreat, draw 2 more, hoping to find a switch to be able to take this knockout because of the Gravity Mountain, but instead I just have to pass. This has put me in a tough spot because, I have the 3 prizer on the bench that's only got 70 HP left. And John here, he's going to play Battle Cage, bumping my Gravity Mountain, gets the Dunsparce into play. So he's going to have some draw. And he's going to play Arven, which there's no tool left in the deck. He's only playing 2 Air Balloons, so he's just finding a Rare Candy with this Arven. The other one's in the hand already. So he's going to go Rare Candy, and he just puts the Mega Charizard on the bench. He's going to need to find some energy to attach to it with the Oricorio at some point. Right here, he's going to use Runaway Draw and draws 3 more cards and benches another Dunsparce. And with that, he's just going to do 210 to the Mega Kangaskhan. And now I have 2 heavily damaged Megas, so I'm going to play Gravity Mountain, bumping his Battle Cage. And this is going to be the final stadium of the game, as he only plays 2 stadium, and they're both gone now. That's putting that Charizard EX at 300 HP, which is a good little breakpoint for my Mega Latias. So now that I have the energy in play, I'm just going to be drawing some cards and trying to set up extra energy for follow-up attacks also. So in my hand, I'm deciding what all to play, and I decided not to play Research because I don't want to throw away the hand because it's just too good. So I have to play Lilies. And the reason I did the Mega Kangaskhan first was I was just seeing if I could find a boss to do something a little different, but it just wasn't there. So I'm just going to have to retreat into the Mega Latias, move the energy to it, still leaving 2 other energy cards in play, and taking the knockout on the Charizard, and going to 3 prize cards since I took that 1 prizer earlier. John's going to move up the free retreat Dunsparce, and then draw for turn. He's going to start his turn with an Ultra Ball, discarding 2 to find any Pokemon. And he's going to end up finding a Dudunsparce, which just shows you the power of this deck and just constantly draw. He's going to evolve one of the Dunsparces and then use that runaway draw. Well, he's going to decide to use Flip the Script first, because you don't want put the Dunsparces back in the deck and then have a higher chance of drawing them. And then he does the runaway draw and draws. Here he's got to promote something, so he's going to promote the Fez just because he has Air Balloon in hand, so he's going to be able to retreat it anyways. So he goes Charmander, another Ultra Ball. This is going to let him get another Dudunsparce for later. Then he's going to evolve it, the runaway draw. He's looking for energy at this point for the Mega Charizard. He gets 2 more Dunsparce to put down for next turn, and then he plays Hilda, which is, he has 1 energy in hand. So here he's going to find another Fire Energy, and then just an evolution for next turn. That's going to give him the 2 Fire Energy that he needs to attach with the Oricorio to be able to attack. And then the Air Balloon's going to give him that free retreat. And he's just going to have to discard 1 energy to take out the Mega Latias and take his first 3 prize cards. I promote the Mega Kangaskhan. And here, since he has a 3 prizer in the active, and it's at 330 HP because of the Gravity Mountain, I do need to find the Latias, Mega Latias, and some damage modifier. So I'm going to go ahead and start thinning the deck. I use the Ho-Oh to attach some Fire Energy. And then I see that I have Nest Ball to get the Mega Latias, and I actually have Black Belt's Training in the hand to be able to do an extra 40. Just going to draw some cards, retreat, move the energy, play the Black Belt, and that's going to be the end of Game 1. Game 2, John's going to choose to go first again. I start Mega Latias, and he starts the Charmander and just attaches Energy Pass, which is not ideal for him. I'm not happy with starting Mega Latias because, that means I'm going to have to move it multiple times to be able to get an attack off with it. But I have two Nest Balls here, so I'm going to get the Latias EX and the Squawkabilly. Then I'm going to play an Ultra Ball, finding another piece. I'm just debating. I go with the Mega Kangaskhan so that I'll be able to draw. I'm going to shuffle up, and then I'm going to use that Squawk and Seize. Debating whether to attach the Fire Energy, but I know if I do, then I'm a lot less likely to be able to take the Donk here. I do find the switch to put the Mega Kangaskhan in the active. My whole goal this turn is just to try to find everything I need to take this Donk. I don't quite have it yet, so we're going to runaway draw, or not runaway draw, but run Aaron to draw 2, then play an Ultra Ball to get the Ho-Oh, then Energy Retrieval so I can attach 2 to the Ho-Oh. Then I'm going to play Research. I need to find Psychic Energy and Latios to be able to take the Donk here. So we're going to see the Psychic Energy, but no Latios. So I'm just going to attach to the Mega Latias, use the free retreat of Latias EX, do 40, and then put it back to the bench. That way I can use the Kangaskhan draw ability next turn. John's going to draw for turn. He's going to start with Rare Candy. He's just going to go all in with the putting 3 energy on the Charizard. His idea is to just put the energy in play for when he attacks with Mega Charizard. But he's overlooked a crucial point here that his Charizard already has 40 damage, so I can knock it out with the Latias if I get everything. He bosses the Latias EX and knocks it out, and I bench another one. So now I have everything in play that I need. I just need to find the Latios to be able to get into this Mega Latias attack. So I'm going to try to put that together. So we use the Ho-Oh, just sending the hand down before the research. Play the research, draw 7, and the Latios is there, and that's going to let me take this attack and finish the game.